Have you ever wondered if a single number could reveal profound truths about your life? Imagine the last digit of your birth year holding the key to understanding your personality, your life's challenges, and even your ultimate purpose. In this video, we'll take you on an extraordinary journey through Buddhist philosophy, exploring how each number, from 0 to 9, carries unique energies that shape who you are. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're practical lessons you can use to transform your relationships, career, and spiritual growth. Stay with us, because the insights you're about to gain could be the missing piece you've been searching for in your personal journey. To further explore the concept of zero, consider the fictional story of Tenzin, a Buddhist monk living in a remote monastery. Tenzin's life is a journey through countless cycles of change, from his youth as a student of Buddhist teachings to his later years as a mentor. Each phase of Tenzin's life brings its own set of challenges, but his commitment to understanding sunyata allows him to approach these shifts with a sense of calm and curiosity. In his early years, Tenzin grappled with the loss of his parents, an experience that initially left him feeling empty and adrift. However, through his studies, he learned that emptiness does not mean nothingness. Instead, it's a foundation for growth. His understanding of sunyata deepened as he aged, allowing him to find peace in letting go of what was no longer there and to welcome the possibilities that awaited him. One of Tenzin's most significant lessons came during a severe drought that affected his village. Many monks and villagers were distraught, worried about food and water shortages. But Tenzin reminded them of the cyclical nature of life and the importance of resilience in times of hardship. He organized a daily meditation practice, encouraging everyone to find peace in the present moment. Just as rain follows drought, he said, every hardship carries within it the seed of renewal. His teachings helped the villagers find strength, and eventually, the drought ended. This experience not only transformed the villagers but also reinforced Tenzin's understanding of zero, that life's trials and blessings are two sides of the same coin, each following the other in a never-ending cycle. In his later years, Tenzin faced the natural decline of his body, another challenge in his journey. Rather than clinging to youth or fearing death, he accepted this transformation as part of life's cycle. His acceptance of this change inspired those around him to view life's transitions with grace, embracing endings as preludes to new beginnings. Embracing the energy of zero, with its focus on renewal and adaptability, can be profoundly liberating. When we allow ourselves to flow with life's changes rather than resist them, we open ourselves to healing and growth. Adaptability becomes a source of strength, as we learn to see each ending not as a loss but as an opportunity for new beginnings. This perspective can be especially healing in times of hardship, as it reminds us that no matter how dark a moment may seem, renewal is always possible. In our modern world, adaptability has become a crucial trait. Figures like Steve Jobs embodied this spirit of continual renewal. Despite facing setbacks, such as being ousted from Apple, Jobs adapted and eventually returned to lead the company, revolutionizing it with innovative products like the iPhone and iPad. His journey reflects the Buddhist concept of zero. He faced life's changes head-on, using each end as an opportunity to create something new. By embracing the principles behind zero, we give ourselves permission to change our perspectives, our goals, and even our lives as circumstances shift. This adaptability allows us to let go of attachments that no longer serve us, creating room for personal and spiritual growth. Furthermore, when we view life through the lens of sunyata, we begin to see ourselves not as isolated individuals but as part of a greater whole. This shift in perspective fosters compassion, as we recognize that our struggles, joys, and experiences are interconnected with those of others. In essence, the number zero in Buddhist philosophy serves as a reminder of life's cyclical nature. encouraging us to let go, adapt, and renew. Embracing the energy of zero can transform our approach to life, making us more resilient, reflective, and compassionate. By recognizing that emptiness is a source of potential, we find the courage to face life's changes without fear, knowing that each end is simply a new beginning. This mindset not only fosters personal growth but also cultivates a deeper connection to the world around us, reinforcing the Buddhist ideal that all beings are interconnected in the endless flow of existence. In Buddhist philosophy, the number zero holds a profound and often paradoxical significance, symbolizing both emptiness, sunyata, and boundless potential. Unlike other numbers, zero is unique because it represents the concept of nothingness, a state where everything begins and everything returns. This emptiness is not a void in the negative sense, rather, it's the fertile ground from which all life emerges. It emphasizes the Buddhist notion that life is a continual process of change and renewal, a cycle without beginning or end, where things constantly transform and renew. In Buddhism, sunyata, or emptiness, suggests that nothing possesses a permanent essence. Everything is interconnected and in a constant state of flux. This idea counters the notion of fixed identities or inherent qualities, encouraging us to see life as an ever-flowing river rather than a series of isolated events. With the concept of zero, we are reminded that beginnings and endings are illusions, and what we perceive as the end is merely the start of a new phase. Just as seasons change cyclically, so too does life, flowing seamlessly from one phase to another. The symbol of zero encourages people to embrace impermanence, helping them recognize that nothing truly ends or is ever lost. This idea is particularly evident in the natural cycles we observe. Day turns into night, winter into spring, life into death, and so forth. This cycle of renewal applies not only to physical realities but also to our inner lives. For example, in times of loss or change, we often think of certain periods as definitive. But the philosophy behind zero teaches us that these moments are simply part of an ongoing journey. Individuals who resonate with the energy of zero often exhibit a deep sense of calm and adaptability. Like the number zero itself, they understand life's cyclical nature, which helps them handle changes with poise and open-mindedness. They may find themselves naturally reflective, spending time contemplating the big picture rather than being overly focused on the fleeting details of daily life. This reflective nature gives them an inner resilience, allowing them to face life's ups and downs without getting swept away by fleeting emotions. People associated with zero are often drawn to philosophical or spiritual pursuits, where they find meaning in the interconnectedness of life. Their calm adaptability means they approach challenges with an open mind, willing to accept and adapt to change rather than resist it. This adaptability is not passive, it's an active process of learning to let go of rigid expectations, making space for growth and new perspectives. In this way, they embody the Buddhist principle of non-attachment, knowing that holding on to a particular outcome or state can lead to suffering. A well-known example of a public figure embodying this trait might be Nelson Mandela. Imprisoned for 27 years, Mandela emerged from his incarceration not with bitterness but with a transformed perspective, one centered on forgiveness, unity, and reconciliation. His experience reflects the idea of continuous renewal, as he let go of the past to usher in a new era for South Africa. Mandela's ability to embrace transformation rather than hold on to resentment highlights the spirit of zero, adaptability, resilience, and a reflective understanding of life's bigger picture. The number one in Buddhist philosophy embodies qualities of individuality, determination, and leadership. These attributes, rooted in the essence of uniqueness, align well with Buddhist ideals such as right action, samyak karmanta, and determination. people associated with the number 1 often possess a strong sense of self and a natural inclination to lead, driven by an inner fire to inspire change and make a difference. However, while this pursuit of individual success can bring great achievements, Buddhist teachings stress the importance of cultivating inner clarity, mindfulness, and humility to ensure that such ambitions remain aligned with compassion and ethical principles. In Buddhism, individuality is recognized as a vital force, encouraging each person to pursue their path toward enlightenment. While interconnectedness is central to Buddhist philosophy, individuality represents the distinct strengths and unique perspectives each person brings to the world. This individuality, represented by the number 1, encourages self-discovery and the pursuit of personal growth, embodying the Buddhist ideal of finding one's true self beyond ego and superficial attachments. Those influenced by the energy of 1 are often driven to explore their potential and purpose, motivated to develop a deeper understanding of their role within the larger fabric of existence. Buddhism teaches that individuality flourishes through the practices of self-awareness and mindfulness. The path to enlightenment is a personal journey requiring clarity of intention and the strength to pursue one's goals mindfully, without being hindered by the opinions of others. Figures like Siddhartha Gautama, the historical Buddha, exemplify this individuality. Despite being born into a royal family and groomed for leadership, Siddhartha left his life of luxury to pursue his spiritual journey independently. His decision to seek truth beyond his assigned role was an act of determination, highlighting how the number 1's energy can drive an individual to transcend societal expectations. The Buddhist concept of right action emphasizes ethical conduct as a foundation for personal and collective well-being. Leadership in Buddhism is not about power or dominance, but about guiding others with wisdom, integrity, and compassion. Leaders aligned with Buddhist ideals of right action strive to create environments where people can flourish together. This notion stands in contrast to self-centered or ego-driven leadership, as it requires an understanding that true leadership is about service to others rather than control over them. Those associated with the energy of 1 can find a natural inclination toward leadership. However, Buddhist teachings encourage such individuals to align their actions with Dharma, or the path of righteous conduct, rather than self-centered ambitions. Great leaders like Nelson Mandela embody this principle. Known for his resilience and determination, Mandela was a leader who prioritized justice and equality over personal gain. Despite facing imprisonment and oppression, he remained dedicated to his vision of peace and unity, using his leadership to inspire change and bring people together. Mandela's journey is a powerful example of how determination and right action, rooted in the principles of the number 1, can serve both individual goals and the collective good. While the number 1 encourages individuals to pursue their goals with focus and drive, Buddhist teachings remind us of the need for balance between personal ambitions and the greater good. Leaders with the energy of 1 are often intensely focused on their vision, which can sometimes lead to isolation or a sense of disconnection from others. Buddhist practice emphasizes interconnectedness and encourages individuals to consider how their actions affect those around them. An example of this balance can be seen in the leadership style of former President Barack Obama. Known for his eloquence, resilience, and commitment to social progress, Obama often emphasized collective well-being in his policies and public speeches. Despite his personal drive and ambition, he consistently aimed to bridge divides and foster a sense of unity among the American people. Obama's leadership demonstrates how those influenced by the number 1 can balance their individuality and ambition with a commitment to the collective good, promoting positive change without losing sight of compassion and inclusivity. To further illustrate the Buddhist perspective on individuality and leadership, consider the fictional story of Mei Ling, a young woman who takes on a leadership role in her community. Mei Ling is ambitious and passionate, motivated by a desire to make a positive impact. However, as she rises to her new responsibilities, she finds herself struggling with the pressures of leadership. Initially, her approach to leadership is rooted in ambition, and she becomes focused on her goals at the expense of the people around her. One day, Mei Ling attends a meditation retreat, where she learns about the Buddhist principles of mindfulness and compassion. She begins to understand that true leadership is not about imposing her vision on others, but about empowering those around her. Through meditation, Mei Ling gains clarity and learns to listen to her community's needs with an open heart. She realizes that effective leadership is not about control, but about cultivating an environment where others feel valued and supported. Mei Ling's journey reflects the transformative power of Buddhist principles on leadership. As she embraces the qualities of humility and compassion, Mei Ling becomes a leader who inspires through empathy and understanding rather than authority. Her story illustrates how the energy of one can be channeled toward mindful leadership, showing that ambition and compassion can coexist to create positive, meaningful change. The Buddhist approach to leadership is unique in its emphasis on self-awareness and ethical action. Unlike traditional leadership models that often prioritize control or influence, Buddhist leadership centers around Dharma and the importance of acting in harmony with one's values. Self-awareness, cultivated through mindfulness, allows leaders to understand their motivations and intentions, helping them lead from a place of integrity. The path of mindful leadership encourages individuals to confront their ego and examine the reasons behind their ambitions. Buddhist teachings suggest that leadership should not be about satisfying personal desires for recognition or power, but rather about serving the community. The ultimate purpose of leadership, in this context, is to create harmony and contribute to the collective good. An inspiring example of this is Mahatma Gandhi, whose leadership was rooted in self-awareness, nonviolence, and ethical action. Gandhi's journey was one of deep introspection, and his commitment to nonviolence and truth was unwavering. Despite facing immense opposition, Gandhi remained dedicated to his principles, demonstrating how self-awareness and ethical action can fuel a powerful, transformative form of leadership. His legacy serves as a reminder that leadership rooted in compassion and integrity has the potential to inspire change on a global scale. The emphasis on ethical action in Buddhist leadership resonates with the principles of right livelihood, another key component of the Buddhist Eightfold Path. Right livelihood suggests that our work, including leadership roles, should benefit others and align with our moral values. Leaders who practice right livelihood focus on making decisions that uphold the well-being of others, even when it means compromising on personal gains. Leadership is not a destination but a journey of continuous self-improvement. Buddhist teachings encourage individuals to view leadership as an opportunity for personal growth, where each challenge serves as a lesson in humility and resilience. The energy of the number one encourages leaders to persist through obstacles. But Buddhism adds a layer of self-reflection, urging leaders to learn from their experiences and grow in wisdom. In this context, leadership is less about perfection and more about authenticity. Leaders are encouraged to acknowledge their mistakes, use them as opportunities for growth, and commit to acting with greater wisdom. The personal journey of leaders like Oprah Winfrey illustrates this well. Despite facing numerous hardships, Winfrey has remained grounded, using her influence to promote messages of resilience, compassion, and personal empowerment. Her journey reflects how personal growth and self-awareness can enhance leadership, aligning individual ambitions with a higher purpose. The energy of the number one in Buddhism represents a powerful drive for individuality and leadership, qualities that, when aligned with mindfulness and ethical action, can lead to transformative leadership. The path of right action encourages leaders to act with integrity, while self-awareness fosters humility, helping leaders remain connected to their values. By balancing personal ambition with compassion, leaders influenced by the number 1 can create positive change that benefits both themselves and the world around them. Leadership, in the Buddhist sense, is a harmonious blend of determination, humility, and compassion. Leaders like Mandela, Gandhi, and Winfrey exemplify this balanced approach, reminding us that true leadership lies in the commitment to serve others while staying rooted in one's values. In embracing the principles of the number 1, we are reminded that our individual journey, when aligned with mindfulness and ethical action, can inspire and uplift others, creating a legacy of compassionate leadership. The number 2 in Buddhist philosophy represents duality and harmony, embodying the balance between opposing forces that make up the essence of existence. In Buddhism, the middle path is a foundational principle that encourages living in balance, avoiding extremes to attain inner peace. This path serves as a guide for those associated with the energy of the number 2, urging them to embrace both light and dark, joy and sorrow, in their journey toward unity and connection. Number 2 individuals often possess qualities of sensitivity, patience, and a natural inclination for peaceful resolution. These traits make them not only compassionate but also exceptionally skilled at creating harmony within their personal lives and communities. Duality is a significant concept in Buddhism, emphasizing that all things exist in relation to their opposites. Just as day and night, life and death, and happiness and suffering are inextricably linked, so too are all aspects of life connected by this interplay of dual forces. The middle path, or Madhyama Pratipada, encourages a balanced approach, avoiding the traps of indulgence and denial. This concept is reflected in the number 2, where individuals are naturally inclined towards seeking equilibrium and are often sensitive to extremes, striving for moderation and understanding in their interactions. People connected with the number 2 often resonate deeply with the Buddhist belief that everything in life has an opposite, and balance is necessary for harmony, rather than seeing opposites as conflicts. Those with the number 2 view them as complementary forces that, when harmonized, bring peace and wholeness. They are naturally inclined to see both sides of a situation, which allows them to navigate life with a unique perspective that bridges differences rather than exacerbates them. In a world that can often feel polarized, these individuals have a gift for helping others find common ground, making them powerful agents of harmony. The traits of sensitivity, patience, and a strong inclination toward peaceful resolution are hallmarks of those connected to the number 2. These individuals are often deeply attuned to the emotions and needs of those around them, displaying a natural empathy that allows them to offer support in a gentle, nurturing way. This sensitivity can also make them more receptive to the undercurrents of conflict, enabling them to perceive discord before it escalates. With patience as a cornerstone of their personality, they are often willing to take the time needed to resolve issues thoughtfully, prioritizing long-term harmony over immediate results. Their preference for peaceful resolution aligns perfectly with Buddhist teachings on compassion and non-violence. The Buddhist ideal of ahimsa, or non-harming, encourages individuals to seek ways of settling conflicts without causing harm to others. Those connected to the number 2 embody this principle, striving to be mediators and peacemakers who address disagreements with understanding and respect. This capacity for empathy and patience, combined with their sensitivity, makes them valuable assets in any community, as they naturally gravitate toward roles that foster unity and understanding. One notable example of this quality on the world stage is former UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan, known for his diplomacy and efforts to mediate global conflicts. Annan embodied the qualities of the number 2, constantly working to bridge divides and bring nations together through peaceful dialogue. His sensitivity to cultural and political differences, combined with his dedication to conflict resolution, made him a symbol of harmony and unity in a fragmented world. Annan's life demonstrates how the energy of the number 2 can manifest on a global scale, bringing people together through empathy and mutual respect. To explore the number 2's qualities in a relatable context, consider the fictional story of Gene, a man deeply committed to harmony within his family. Growing up, Gene was often the peacemaker, striving to keep his family's interactions calm and positive. As he matured, he began to realize that his role as a mediator went beyond simply smoothing over disagreements. It required a deep understanding of everyone's needs and an ability to remain neutral while navigating complex emotions. When Jin's parents began experiencing significant marital difficulties, he found himself in the middle, trying to mediate between them without taking sides. His sensitivity to their emotions was both a strength and a challenge. He empathized with each parent's perspective, but he also felt the weight of their pain. Gene realized that his role was not to fix their problems but to facilitate a space where both of them could express themselves openly and honestly. Through meditation and study of Buddhist teachings, Gene began to see the importance of balancing his own needs with those of his family members. He learned that the harmony he sought had to include his inner balance, not just peace between others. Rather than absorbing all the tension around him, Gene started setting boundaries, ensuring that he could listen and help without being overwhelmed. His journey illustrates the Buddhist lesson of internal balance, showing how inner harmony can enhance one's ability to foster peace externally. In the end, Jin's family grew closer through this process, as his ability to navigate both his own needs and those of others set a powerful example for everyone involved. Jin's story highlights how those associated with the number 2 can bring about unity by balancing empathy with self-care, fostering peace without sacrificing their well-being. The principles of duality and harmony embodied by the number 2 have transformative potential, especially in today's world, where many struggle with inner and outer conflicts. Those aligned with the number 2 are uniquely equipped to navigate both peace and conflict, embracing the reality that both are necessary components of life. By balancing these opposing forces, they learn to cultivate resilience, understanding that harmony is not about the absence of conflict but the ability to navigate it mindfully. The Buddhist view on balance emphasizes that opposites are interconnected, and that true peace arises from integrating, rather than avoiding, life's dualities. This perspective allows individuals to see challenges not as threats but as opportunities for growth, helping them build bridges within themselves and with others. In Buddhist practice, meditation on the middle way can help individuals cultivate a balanced mindset, allowing them to respond to life's challenges with equanimity. A powerful example of balance in leadership is Angela Merkel, the former Chancellor of Germany. Known for her calm, steady approach to governance, Merkel navigated some of Europe's most complex challenges with a mindset of moderation and restraint. Her leadership style often involved seeking compromise and unity, even in difficult situations, embodying the qualities of sensitivity, patience, and a commitment to peaceful resolution. Merkel's approach serves as a modern example of how the energy of the number 2, when combined with the Buddhist principles of balance and harmony, can have a profound impact on leadership and unity. Living in alignment with the energy of the number 2 means learning to accept and work with life's inherent dualities. Those who resonate with this number are encouraged to explore how they can bring balance into their lives, both internally and externally. In relationships, they often act as pillars of support, using their sensitivity and patience to understand and validate the experiences of others. However, to maintain this harmony, they must also be mindful of their own needs, ensuring that their empathy does not lead to self-sacrifice. Incorporating Buddhist practices such as mindfulness meditation, and loving kindness, meditation can further develop the qualities of the number 2. Mindfulness allows individuals to become aware of their inner state, noticing imbalances before they become overwhelming. Meditation, which fosters compassion toward oneself and others, encourages a balanced approach to empathy, helping individuals extend kindness without losing sight of their own well-being. In practical terms, those associated with the number 2 can benefit from setting boundaries in their relationships. While they naturally seek peace, boundaries allow them to protect their energy, preventing burnout and maintaining their ability to help others. By cultivating a balanced approach to relationships and self-care, individuals with the number 2 can transform their sensitivity into a source of strength, building a harmonious life that supports both their personal growth and their connections with others. The number 2 represents a path to unity through balance, reflecting the Buddhist understanding that life's opposites are interconnected. Those who embody this energy are gifted with the ability to see beyond conflict, recognizing that peace and harmony are not achieved by eliminating differences but by integrating them. This insight allows them to become mediators and peacekeepers, fostering understanding and unity within themselves and their communities. In a world where division and discord often take center stage, the qualities of the number 2 serve as a reminder of the power of empathy, patience, and compassion. Figures like Kofi Annan, Angela Merkel, and countless others who have sought peace through understanding demonstrate how these principles can transform not only individuals but entire societies. By embracing the duality of existence, those aligned with the energy of the number 2 can find fulfillment in the delicate dance of balance, creating lives that are rich in both peace and purpose. The number 3 in Buddhist philosophy is closely associated with creativity, joy, and the power of expression. It symbolizes the union of body, mind, and spirit, creating a harmonious energy that fuels innovation and artistic endeavors. People born in years ending with the number 3 often exhibit vibrant personalities, a natural flair for communication, and a love for exploring new ideas. However, the challenge lies in channeling this creativity into meaningful and focused endeavors rather than allowing it to disperse aimlessly. Individuals influenced by the number 3 are often bursting with ideas and enthusiasm. This energy makes them natural innovators and visionaries in their respective fields. They have an inherent ability to connect with others, often becoming the life of the party or the creative force in a team. Their charisma and sociability enable them to inspire and motivate, fostering an environment where ideas can flourish. Think of Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, whose innovative mindset and expressive personality revolutionized the tech industry. Jobs' ability to connect with his audience and articulate his vision was a hallmark of his leadership, making Apple synonymous with creativity. The energy of 3 is also characterized by joy and optimism. These individuals tend to approach challenges with a positive outlook, seeing opportunities where others might only see obstacles. This perspective can be incredibly motivating, not only for themselves but for those around them. Oprah Winfrey, a renowned media mogul and philanthropist, exemplifies this trait. Born in a year ending with 3, Oprah's ability to connect with her audience and express her ideas profoundly has made her one of the most influential figures in media. Despite their creative brilliance, people under the influence of the number 3 can struggle with maintaining focus. Their vibrant energy often leads to a scattered approach, with multiple projects started but few completed. This dispersion can dilute their potential and hinder their ability to achieve lasting impact. The key lesson for these individuals is learning to channel their creativity into focused, structured endeavors. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, provides an excellent example of channeling creative energy effectively. Although born in 1971, not ending in 3, Musk embodies the traits associated with the number 3. Relentless innovation and boundless energy. His ability to focus on transformative projects, like electric vehicles and space exploration, demonstrates the power of disciplined creativity. By prioritizing and directing his ideas, Musk has achieved breakthroughs in multiple industries. To illustrate this concept, consider the story of a fictional musician, Alex, born in 1983. From a young age, Alex displayed extraordinary musical talent, composing melodies effortlessly and captivating audiences with their performances. However, Alex often found themselves overwhelmed by the sheer volume of ideas, jumping from one project to another without completing any of them. Despite their undeniable talent, success eluded Alex because their creative energy lacked direction. Frustrated with the lack of progress, Alex turned to meditation and mindfulness, practices deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings. These practices helped Alex cultivate clarity and focus, enabling them to prioritize their creative projects. Over time, Alex learned to channel their vibrant energy into completing a debut album. The album, a culmination of years of scattered ideas, became a massive success, showcasing Alex's unique musical style and earning widespread acclaim. This story highlights the transformative power of focus for those influenced by the number 3. By harnessing their creativity and aligning it with discipline, individuals can unlock their full potential and leave a lasting impact. Set clear goals. Creative individuals should identify their top priorities and establish specific, achievable goals. This helps to structure their energy and avoid the pitfalls of overcommitment. Practice mindfulness. Regular meditation or mindfulness practices can enhance focus and reduce the mental clutter that often accompanies vibrant creativity. Collaborate with others, leveraging their sociability. Individuals under the influence of 3 can benefit from working with like-minded peers who can help maintain accountability and provide constructive feedback. Seek mentors. Learning from experienced individuals can provide guidance and inspiration, helping creative minds channel their talents effectively. The number 3 embodies the energy of innovation, joy, and expression. While these traits are a source of immense potential, they require focus and discipline to achieve meaningful outcomes. By channeling their creativity into structured endeavors, individuals influenced by the number 3 can make a profound impact on their personal and professional lives. Figures like Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, and Elon Musk exemplify the transformative power of disciplined creativity, offering valuable lessons for anyone seeking to harness the energy of 3. The number 4 is deeply rooted in the concepts of stability, reliability, and structure. In Buddhism, these qualities mirror the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, both of which provide a solid foundation for spiritual practice. These teachings offer a roadmap for understanding suffering, cultivating ethical behavior, and developing wisdom, forming the structure of a Buddhist's journey toward enlightenment. Similarly, those influenced by the number 4 often seek stability and fulfillment through consistency, discipline, and organization. The 4 Noble Truths serve as the cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, outlining the reality of suffering, dukkha, its origins, its cessation, and the path leading to liberation. Each truth represents a step in constructing a life rooted in clarity and balance, akin to the dependable nature of the number 4. The Eightfold Path, often viewed as an extension of this foundation, provides practical steps toward right understanding, ethical action, and mental discipline. The qualities associated with the number 4 align closely with these teachings, emphasizing steadfastness, dedication, and the pursuit of a well-ordered life. People born in years ending with the digit 4 often embody traits of dependability, practicality, and determination. They are drawn to stability in their personal and professional lives, valuing routines and structured environments that allow them to feel secure. These individuals excel in roles that require discipline, focus, and long-term commitment. Whether managing projects, leading teams, or cultivating meaningful relationships, their ability to build solid foundations ensures success and reliability. However, their preference for structure may sometimes lead to rigidity, making adaptability a challenge. Ming, a successful architect in Singapore, exemplified the traits associated with the number 4. Renowned for his meticulous attention to detail and his ability to design buildings that stood the test of time, he was the epitome of stability in his professional life. However, Ming's fear of change hindered his personal growth. When faced with an unexpected downturn in his career due to shifting economic conditions, Ming found himself unmoored and overwhelmed. Turning to Buddhist teachings, Ming discovered the Four Noble Truths and the practice of mindfulness meditation. These practices helped him recognize that clinging to rigid structures was a source of suffering. By meditating on impermanence, anicca, Ming gradually embraced the idea that stability could coexist with change. He began to incorporate flexibility into his work and personal life, allowing for creative innovation and deeper connections with others. As Ming adopted a more balanced approach, his career flourished in unexpected ways. His designs became more dynamic, blending his foundational precision with adaptive elements that catered to evolving client needs. Through this journey, Ming realized that true stability is not about resisting change but about staying grounded while navigating life's uncertainties. Barack Obama, former U.S. President, provides a global example of the balance between stability and adaptability. Known for his calm demeanor and disciplined approach, Obama relied on structured routines, such as his morning workouts, and methodical decision-making processes to maintain focus during his presidency. Yet, he also demonstrated the flexibility needed to navigate crises and adapt to rapidly changing political landscapes. His leadership highlights how stability, when coupled with an open mind, can lead to transformative outcomes. Similarly, Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, embodies the discipline and steadiness associated with the number 4. His long-term investment strategies are rooted in meticulous research and a commitment to enduring principles. However, Buffett's ability to adapt to market changes and embrace innovation has also been key to his lasting success, showing that even the most stable structures must evolve to remain relevant. The pursuit of stability is a natural human inclination, as it provides a sense of security and predictability in an often chaotic world. However, stability must not become a prison. A life too rigidly structured can stifle growth and lead to stagnation. The teachings of Buddhism remind us that balance lies in navigating the middle path, cultivating a solid foundation while remaining open to change. From a personal perspective, the discipline and order associated with the number 4 can be a source of profound peace. Establishing routines, setting clear goals, and committing to personal values create a strong foundation for a fulfilling life. However, growth emerges when we allow flexibility within that structure, embracing change as an opportunity rather than a threat. Practice mindfulness meditation with a focus on the breath or body sensations. These practices can help reinforce a sense of stability while cultivating awareness of impermanence. Repeat the mantra, "I am grounded and open to change," to internalize this balance. Reflect on areas where you might be holding on too tightly to routines or expectations. Ask yourself, where can I introduce more adaptability in my life? Write down small, actionable steps to embrace change without sacrificing your core stability. Build routines that allow for variation. For example, Schedule time for hobbies or activities that encourage spontaneity alongside more structured tasks. This balance prevents burnout and nurtures creativity. The number 4 reminds us that life's most enduring structures are those that can adapt without losing their core strength. By integrating the discipline and reliability of the number 4 with the flexibility taught in Buddhist philosophy, we create a foundation that supports both peace and continuous growth. Whether designing a skyscraper like Ming, leading a nation like Obama, or investing like Buffett, the lesson remains the same: stability is the cornerstone of success, but adaptability is its companion. Together, they form the blueprint for a life of harmony and resilience. The number 5 resonates with the energy of freedom, exploration, and transformation. It embodies a dynamic force that aligns closely with Buddhist teachings on self-discovery, impermanence, and anicca. In the middle way, those born in years ending with the digit 5 are often adventurous and independent, thriving on new experiences and constant movement. However, this vibrant energy can lead to restlessness if not balanced with mindfulness. In Buddhist philosophy, freedom is not just the absence of constraints but the presence of awareness. True freedom arises when one learns to navigate life's constant changes with clarity and detachment, embracing exploration as a means of deepening self-awareness. Individuals influenced by the number 5 possess an insatiable curiosity about the world and an innate drive to push boundaries. They often crave independence, resisting structures or routines that feel restrictive, adapt quickly to new environments, and thrive in situations requiring creativity and flexibility. Seek out novelty, from travel and learning new skills to forming diverse relationships. However, their love for freedom can make them prone to scattering their energy, jumping from one pursuit to another without fully committing. Without mindfulness, this tendency can lead to feelings of emptiness or a lack of fulfillment. In Buddhism, freedom is deeply connected to the practice of letting go, visaga. This concept teaches that true liberation comes not from external circumstances, but from releasing attachments to desires and expectations. The exploratory nature of the number 5 mirrors this journey towards spiritual seeking, as individuals influenced by this number are often drawn to question the status quo and seek deeper truths. The Buddha's own life embodies the energy of the number 5. Before his enlightenment, Siddhartha Gautama renounced a life of luxury to explore the path of spiritual awakening. His journey was marked by independence, adaptability, and a willingness to step into the unknown. Yet it was his ability to balance this quest with mindfulness and focus that ultimately led him to enlightenment. Yara, a renowned journalist, exemplified the traits associated with the number 5. Her career took her to remote corners of the globe, from documenting humanitarian crises in conflict zones to uncovering stories of resilience in marginalized communities. Yara's adaptability and love for exploration allowed her to connect with people from vastly different cultures, making her work impactful and widely celebrated. However, her relentless pursuit of new experiences often left her feeling ungrounded. Despite her professional success, Yara struggled with a sense of restlessness, as if she were constantly chasing something she couldn't define. This inner turmoil began affecting her mental health and personal relationships. A pivotal moment came during a documentary project in Bhutan, a country deeply rooted in Buddhist traditions. Intrigued by the concept of mindfulness, Yara sought guidance from a Buddhist monk. Through meditation practices, she learned the importance of being present rather than perpetually seeking the next adventure. The monk introduced her to the Buddhist teaching of impermanence, encouraging her to embrace each moment fully without clinging to it. Yara's newfound mindfulness transformed her perspective. She continued her career with the same adventurous spirit but began approaching each assignment with greater intentionality. By grounding herself through meditation and journaling, she discovered that freedom wasn't about endless movement but about experiencing life with clarity and presence. Yara's work deepened, and she found joy not only in her travels but also in moments of stillness. Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX, exemplifies the energy of the number 5. His career is defined by a relentless pursuit of innovation and a willingness to take risks in uncharted territories. From revolutionizing the electric vehicle industry to exploring space colonization, Musk's adaptability and drive to explore the unknown resonate with the adventurous spirit of the number 5. However, Musk's success is also rooted in his ability to focus his energy on tangible goals. While his ventures are diverse, they are unified by a larger mission to ensure humanity's survival and advance technological progress. This balance between exploration and purpose reflects the Buddhist ideal of using freedom mindfully to benefit others. Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, embodied the adventurous qualities of the number 5. Her groundbreaking achievements in aviation broke societal norms and inspired countless others to embrace their own potential. Earhart's life was a testament to the power of pursuing freedom fearlessly. Yet, her legacy also underscores the importance of grounding one's pursuits. While her adventurous spirit led to extraordinary accomplishments, it also highlighted the risks of pushing boundaries without sufficient preparation or mindfulness. Earhart's story reminds us that true freedom thrives when balanced with awareness and prudence. From a personal perspective, the energy of the number 5 teaches us that freedom is not about running away from constraints, but about moving towards self-discovery. Embracing change with mindfulness allows for a fuller exploration of life's potential without falling into the trap of attachment or distraction. For example, consider the transformative power of travel. Many people seek freedom through exploring new places. Yet without mindfulness, travel can become an escape rather than a meaningful experience. By practicing presence, fully engaging with the culture, people, and environment, travel becomes a path to deeper understanding rather than a fleeting pursuit. Similarly, adaptability in relationships and careers is a hallmark of the number 5. While change is inevitable, approaching it with intention and clarity ensures that freedom becomes a source of growth rather than instability. Practice mindfulness meditation to anchor yourself in the present moment. Focus on your breath, repeating the mantra, "I am free to explore with awareness." Use walking meditation to connect your physical movement with mental clarity, symbolizing the balance between exploration and grounding. Write about moments when you felt truly free. Reflect on whether those experiences were rooted in mindful awareness or impulsive restlessness. This practice helps identify patterns and align future pursuits with inner peace. Create a routine that incorporates flexibility. For example, set aside one day a week to try something new, whether it's a hobby, a cuisine, or a cultural experience, while maintaining the structure of your daily responsibilities. Channel your love for adventure into meaningful contributions. Volunteer for global humanitarian efforts or initiatives that promote environmental sustainability, aligning your freedom with a greater purpose. The number 5 is a call to embrace life's ever-changing nature with curiosity and courage. It reminds us that freedom and adventure are powerful tools for self-discovery when approached mindfully. By balancing independence with grounded awareness, we can fully explore the richness of life while cultivating inner peace. As exemplified by figures like Elon Musk and Amelia Earhart, the energy of the number 5 thrives when it serves a larger purpose. Whether charting new paths in technology, aviation, or personal growth, the lessons of the number 5 encourage us to step boldly into the unknown while remaining anchored in mindfulness. The number 6 resonates deeply with compassion, karu, selflessness, and the drive to serve others. In Buddhist philosophy, karu is one of the 4 divine abidings, Brahmaviharas. a cornerstone of ethical and spiritual practice. Compassion is not merely an emotion but a profound commitment to alleviating the suffering of others. People influenced by the number 6 embody these qualities, often finding their purpose in acts of care and service. However, compassion, when imbalanced, can lead to neglect of one's own needs. Buddhist teachings remind us that true service to others begins with cultivating compassion for oneself. A harmonious balance between selflessness and self-care ensures sustainable giving and prevents burnout. Individuals born in years ending with the digit 6 are naturally empathetic and nurturing. They possess an innate ability to understand the needs of others and are often seen as pillars of support within their communities. Common traits include empathy. They deeply feel the emotions of those around them, often anticipating needs before they are expressed. Selflessness. Their actions are driven by a desire to make a positive impact, whether within their families, workplaces, or broader communities. Responsibility. They feel a profound sense of duty toward others and often take on caregiving roles. Despite these admirable qualities, the same traits can lead to overextension. Neglecting personal well-being in favor of serving others can result in emotional and physical exhaustion. In Buddhism, compassion is not about sacrificing oneself, but about finding a balance between empathy for others and care for oneself. The Buddha emphasized the importance of the middle way, avoiding extremes of self-indulgence and self-denial. For people influenced by the number 6, this teaching serves as a guiding principle. The act of service, when grounded in mindfulness, becomes an expression of metta, loving kindness, and karu. These practices not only benefit others but also foster inner peace for the one giving. As Buddhist teachings suggest, compassion is sustainable only when it is balanced with self-nourishment. Aya, a caregiver in a bustling city hospital, was the embodiment of the number 6. Known for her tireless dedication to her patients, she often stayed late to ensure their comfort, sometimes skipping meals or sleep. Her colleagues admired her selflessness, but Aya began to feel the strain of her responsibilities. She experienced emotional exhaustion and a growing sense of resentment. Despite her love for her work, Aya's turning point came when a senior doctor introduced her to Buddhist teachings on compassion. During a workshop on mindfulness, she learned that self-care was not selfish but essential for sustaining her ability to serve. The concept of karu resonated deeply with her, particularly the teaching that compassion for oneself and others are interconnected. Through meditation and reflective journaling, Aya began setting boundaries at work and carving out time for activities that rejuvenated her, such as yoga and spending time in nature. She discovered that by caring for her own well-being, she was able to show up for her patients with renewed energy and empathy. Aya's journey demonstrated the power of balanced compassion, transforming her approach to caregiving into one that was both effective and fulfilling. Princess Diana, widely admired for her humanitarian work, exemplifies the energy of the number 6. Her empathy and tireless efforts to support vulnerable populations, such as advocating for AIDS awareness and campaigning against landmines, reflected a deep sense of responsibility to care for others. Yet, Diana's life also highlighted the challenges of neglecting personal well-being. Her struggles with mental health underscored the importance of balancing compassion for others with self-compassion. Diana's legacy reminds us that sustainable service requires nurturing oneself as much as nurturing others. The Dalai Lama, a global symbol of compassion, demonstrates how serving others can be rooted in self-awareness and mindfulness. His teachings emphasize that cultivating inner peace is the foundation for effective service. By practicing daily meditation and maintaining a simple lifestyle, the Dalai Lama exemplifies how self-care and compassion go hand in hand. The number 6 teaches that serving others is one of the most fulfilling paths in life, but only when it is sustained by compassion for oneself. From a personal perspective, This means recognizing that self-care is not indulgent but necessary. J. UST as a candle cannot light another without first being lit. Individuals cannot support others without maintaining their own well-being. For example, consider a parent who juggles work and family responsibilities. While their instinct may be to prioritize their children's needs above all else, neglecting their own health and happiness can lead to burnout. By practicing self-compassion, they can model balance and resilience, ultimately becoming better caregivers. Reflect on areas where you may be overextending yourself. Ask, am I giving more than I can sustain? Practice saying no when necessary to protect your energy, understanding that this enables you to give more meaningfully. Incorporate small acts of self-care into your daily routine, such as meditation, journaling, or a quiet walk. Use the mantra, I nurture myself to nurture others. Practice Karu meditation, focusing on extending compassion to yourself before others. Visualize a sense of warmth and kindness filling your heart, then radiating outward. Identify ways to serve others that align with your values and strengths. Whether volunteering, mentoring, or supporting loved ones, approach service with mindfulness. At the end of each day, reflect on how you balance care for yourself with care for others. Write down one act of self-compassion and one act of service you performed. The energy of the number 6 reminds us that compassion is a powerful force for connection and healing. When rooted in mindfulness and balanced with self-care, it becomes sustainable, enabling individuals to serve others without depletion, as demonstrated by figures like Princess Diana and the Dalai Lama. The most impactful acts of service arise from a foundation of inner peace and self-awareness. By embracing these lessons, individuals influenced by the number 6 can channel their natural empathy and responsibility into transformative actions that uplift both themselves and the world around them. The number 7 is deeply tied to spirituality, introspection, and the pursuit of wisdom. It resonates with the Buddhist ideals of inner knowledge, meditation, and the relentless quest for understanding life's deeper truths. Those influenced by this number are often drawn to metaphysical questions and philosophical pursuits, seeking answers that lie beyond the surface of daily existence. In Buddhism, the number 7 symbolizes the interconnectedness of spiritual and material worlds. It reflects the balance between introspection and practical life, teaching that wisdom must not only be sought but also shared and embodied in action. Individuals born in years ending with the digit 7 are natural seekers. Their defining characteristics include introspection. They are deeply reflective, often spending significant time in self-analysis and contemplation. Philosophical inclination. They are drawn to big questions about existence, the nature of reality, and the purpose of life. Spiritual depth. They have a natural affinity for spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, or study of ancient texts. Wisdom seeking. Their pursuit of knowledge is driven by a desire to understand the world and their place within it, while their introspective nature can lead to profound insights. It can also create challenges. A tendency toward isolation or detachment from everyday realities may hinder their ability to connect with others or apply their wisdom practically. In Buddhism, wisdom, panna, is one of the key elements of the Eightfold Path. It emphasizes that true understanding arises from direct experience, not merely intellectual study. The Buddha himself attained enlightenment through deep introspection, but balanced this with teaching and interacting with the world. The number 7 embodies this duality. It encourages individuals to delve into their inner worlds but also reminds them to integrate their insights into daily life. Buddhist teachings caution against becoming trapped in intellectualism or spiritual escapism. Instead, they advocate for a middle way, where wisdom gained through introspection is shared for the benefit of others. Tashi, a reclusive scholar from Bhutan, embodied the traits of the number 7. He spent years in solitude, immersed in studying ancient Buddhist scriptures. Tashi's understanding of spiritual concepts grew profound, and his insights often amazed those who spoke with him. However, he felt unfulfilled, sensing that his knowledge was incomplete despite his dedication. One day, a visiting monk asked Tashi, "How does your wisdom benefit the world?" This question struck a chord. Reflecting on his life, Tashi realized that true wisdom required engagement with others. He began teaching at a local monastery, sharing his knowledge with young monks and villagers. Through these interactions, Tashi discovered that teaching deepened his understanding. Explaining complex concepts to others forced him to ground his knowledge in practical terms, making it more accessible and actionable. Tashi's journey illustrates the importance of bridging introspection with service, transforming wisdom into a living practice. Albert Einstein, known for his groundbreaking contributions to science, also possessed a deeply introspective and philosophical nature. His curiosity extended beyond physics to questions about humanity, ethics, and the universe's nature. Einstein's famous quote, "The important thing is not to stop questioning," reflects the energy of the number 7, an insatiable quest for understanding. Yet, Einstein balanced his introspection with practical application, using his discoveries to reshape the world's understanding of reality. He also advocated for peace and social justice, demonstrating how wisdom must be shared and applied to improve society. The Dalai Lama exemplifies the spiritual depth of the number 7. His life is dedicated to contemplation, meditation, and the pursuit of inner wisdom. However, like the Buddha, the Dalai Lama does not keep his insights to himself. Through teachings, books, and global advocacy, he shares his understanding with millions, promoting compassion, nonviolence, and ethical living. The Dalai Lama's ability to connect profound spiritual truths with practical advice for daily life shows how introspection, when paired with action, can lead to meaningful impact. The number 7 teaches us that spiritual wisdom is not confined to meditation cushions or sacred texts. While introspection is essential for self-discovery, its true value lies in how it enriches our interactions with the world. From a personal perspective, balancing inner exploration with practical application creates harmony between the spiritual and material aspects of life. Consider someone drawn to studying Buddhist philosophy. Without applying its teachings, such as mindfulness or compassion, their knowledge remains theoretical. However, by integrating these principles into their relationships, work, and decision-making, they transform wisdom into a living, dynamic force. Practice mindfulness to deepen self-awareness. Focus on observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing insights to arise naturally. Use the mantra, "I seek wisdom within and share it without," to reinforce the connection between introspection and action. Dedicate time to journaling about philosophical questions or spiritual experiences. Reflect on how these insights can be applied to improve your daily life or help others. Share your ideas and learnings with friends, family, or community groups. This practice not only strengthens your understanding but also makes your insights accessible to others. Use your wisdom to guide others, whether through formal teaching or casual mentoring. Sharing your knowledge fosters a sense of purpose and connection. Balance spiritual study with real-world applications. For example, if studying metta, loving kindness, practice extending kindness in daily interactions. The spiritual depth of the number 7 offers immense potential for personal growth and transformation. However, its greatest lesson lies in the interplay between introspection and action. Wisdom gained through inner exploration becomes truly valuable when it is shared and applied to benefit others. Figures like Albert Einstein and the Dalai Lama illustrate that profound insights must be grounded in practical life. Whether through scientific discoveries or spiritual teachings, their work shows how introspection can inspire meaningful change. For individuals influenced by the number 7, the path forward is clear. Seek wisdom within, but do not keep it there. Share it, live it, and let it guide your journey through the interconnected realms of the spiritual and material worlds. Number 8, power and abundance. The number 8 is a symbol of ambition, achievement, and the capacity for great material and spiritual wealth. In Buddhism, these qualities are aligned with the middle way, a philosophy of balance between the physical and spiritual realms. Those influenced by the number 8 possess traits such as discipline, determination, and a drive for success. However, the challenge lies in ensuring that their pursuits align with ethical values and do not overshadow inner peace and fulfillment. Buddhist teachings on wealth emphasize that material success, while not inherently negative, must be guided by mindfulness and purpose. True abundance transcends wealth and includes contentment, ethical living, and the joy of contributing to the greater good. Individuals associated with the number 8 are often seen as visionaries and leaders. Their traits include discipline, a strong work ethic, and the ability to focus on long-term goals. Perseverance, resilience in the face of challenges, making them effective problem solvers. Ambition, a natural drive to achieve and excel, often in professional or entrepreneurial fields. Leadership, the ability to inspire and organize others toward collective success. While these qualities enable significant accomplishments, they can also lead to an overemphasis on materialism or external validation. To harness their potential fully, individuals influenced by the number 8 must balance their ambitions with spiritual awareness and ethical responsibility. Buddhist teachings offer a nuanced view of wealth and power. The Buddha himself was born into material abundance as a prince but renounced it to seek enlightenment. His life illustrates the middle way, avoiding the extremes of indulgence and deprivation. In Buddhism, wealth is not condemned but is seen as a tool. It can be used to support one's spiritual journey and benefit others when earned and utilized ethically. The Buddha's teachings encourage mindfulness in the pursuit of success, reminding us that attachment to material gains can lead to suffering. True abundance arises when wealth is balanced with inner peace and compassion. Raj, a tech entrepreneur in Silicon Valley, epitomized the qualities of the number 8. Driven by ambition, he built a thriving company that made him a multimillionaire by his mid-30s. However, despite his material success, Raj felt a persistent void in his life. His days were consumed by work, and he struggled to find joy or meaning outside of professional achievements. A turning point came during a trip to Bhutan, where Raj encountered Buddhist teachings on the middle way. A monk explained to him that wealth, when misaligned with purpose, can become a source of suffering. Inspired, Raj began exploring ways to align his success with values that resonated with him. He shifted his focus to philanthropy, channeling his resources into education initiatives for underprivileged children. Raj also adopted mindfulness practices to reconnect with his inner self. Over time, he found that balancing material success with spiritual fulfillment brought him a sense of peace he had never experienced before. Raj's journey illustrates that true wealth is not just financial, it includes contentment, purpose, and the ability to uplift others. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, is a quintessential example of the number 8 energy. Known for his discipline, vision, and entrepreneurial success, Gates became one of the wealthiest individuals in the world. However, his legacy extends beyond business. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he has redirected his wealth toward eradicating diseases, improving education, and tackling global inequality. Gates's philanthropic work demonstrates how material success, when aligned with ethical values, can create transformative change. His life reflects the Buddhist ideal of using wealth as a means to support the well-being of others. Oprah Winfrey's journey from poverty to global influence embodies the ambition and perseverance associated with the number 8. As a media mogul, she achieved extraordinary success but consistently emphasized spiritual growth and giving back. Oprah's philanthropy, including her commitment to education and empowering women, mirrors the Buddhist principle of wealth serving a higher purpose. Her advocacy for mindfulness and self-awareness highlights the balance between material achievement and inner peace. The number 8 teaches that abundance is not limited to financial success. It encompasses peace of mind, fulfillment, and the joy that comes from living a life aligned with one's values. From a personal perspective, this means redefining success not as the accumulation of wealth but as the cultivation of purpose and balance. Consider a professional who excels in their career but feels disconnected from their family or community. Their achievements may bring external validation but lack the deeper satisfaction of meaningful relationships or service to others. By integrating mindfulness and ethical considerations into their pursuits, they can transform material success into a source of holistic abundance. Reflect on your ambitions and ask, do my goals align with my values? Set intentions that prioritize long-term fulfillment over short-term gains. Use the mantra, I achieve with integrity and purpose, to ground your pursuits in mindfulness. Dedicate a portion of your wealth or time to causes that uplift others. Acts of giving, whether financial or service-based, foster a sense of interconnectedness and purpose. Practice mindfulness meditation to cultivate inner peace. Visualize your ambitions as part of a larger journey that includes spiritual growth and contribution to the greater good. Seek opportunities to integrate your passions and values into your professional life. For example, if environmental sustainability resonates with you, consider ways to incorporate it into your career. Journaling can help clarify what abundance means to you. Write about moments when you felt truly fulfilled, noting how these experiences relate to your material and spiritual pursuits. The number 8 embodies the potential for immense power and abundance, but its true essence lies in balance. Ambition and material success are valuable when pursued ethically and aligned with a higher purpose. Buddhist teachings remind us that wealth, when guided by mindfulness, becomes a tool for creating positive change. Figures like Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey demonstrate that true abundance encompasses more than financial prosperity. It includes the peace of mind, joy, and fulfillment that come from living in harmony with one's values. For those influenced by the number 8, the path forward is clear. Strive for success, but let your achievements be a means to uplift yourself and the world around you. Number 9, completion and universal compassion. The number 9 symbolizes completion, wisdom, and universal compassion. In Buddhist philosophy, it aligns closely with the concept of the Bodhisattva, an enlightened being who delays their own liberation to help others achieve freedom from suffering. This number is deeply connected to altruism, selflessness, and a purpose that transcends individual desires. People influenced by the energy of number 9 are natural empaths and visionaries, often driven by a desire to make a positive impact on the world. They embody the spirit of giving but must learn the importance of self-care to sustain their efforts. Buddhist teachings remind us that compassion for others begins with understanding and nurturing ourselves. Those associated with the number 9 are often characterized by altruism, a strong urge to help others, often dedicating themselves to humanitarian causes or social justice. Empathy, an ability to deeply understand and feel the emotions of others, leading to meaningful connections. Wisdom, a natural inclination toward introspection and seeking higher truths, often informed by life experiences. Visionary thinking, the ability to see beyond immediate concerns and work toward long-term, impactful goals. While these qualities make them inspiring leaders and caregivers, they can also face challenges. Their selflessness may lead to neglect of their own needs, causing burnout or emotional fatigue. Balancing their compassion for others with self-compassion is essential for sustaining their mission. The Bodhisattva ideal in Buddhism exemplifies the energy of the number 9. A Bodhisattva embodies boundless compassion and dedicates their life to alleviating the suffering of others. However, this path also requires self-awareness and balance. The Buddha taught that one must cultivate inner peace and understanding before extending it to the world. Compassion, Karu, one of the 4 divine abidings, Brahmaviharas, plays a central role in this journey. True compassion is not about sacrificing oneself but about creating harmony between serving others and nurturing oneself. In this way, the number 9 encourages a holistic approach to altruism, where giving is both sustainable and deeply fulfilling. Suki, a humanitarian working for a global relief organization, epitomized the traits of the number 9. Passionate about helping those in need, she spent years in war-torn regions, providing food, medical aid, and emotional support to displaced communities. Her dedication earned widespread admiration, but it came at a personal cost. Over time, Suki began to feel exhausted and disconnected from her own well-being. The emotional weight of her work, combined with her neglect of self-care, left her feeling depleted. A turning point came during a meditation retreat in Thailand, where she encountered Buddhist teachings on compassion and the Bodhisattva path. Through guided meditation, Suki realized that her compassion for others must include herself. She learned that sustainable giving requires acknowledging her own needs and setting boundaries. By practicing mindfulness and self-care, Suki returned to her work with renewed energy and a deeper sense of purpose. Her journey demonstrated that universal compassion begins with self-understanding and balance. Mahatma Gandhi's life exemplifies the energy of the number 9. A leader of India's independence movement, Gandhi dedicated himself to non-violence and the upliftment of the oppressed. His philosophy of ahimsa, non-harm, reflected universal compassion, emphasizing love and understanding over hatred. However, Gandhi also practiced self-discipline and introspection, recognizing that personal transformation was essential for societal change. His ability to balance his inner growth with his outward mission highlights the importance of integrating self-care into a life of service. Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel laureate, embodies the altruistic traits of the number 9. After surviving a Taliban attack for advocating girls' education, Malala used her platform to champion the rights of marginalized communities. Her courage and empathy have inspired millions around the world. Malala's commitment to education and equality reflects the Bodhisattva spirit, putting the needs of others above her own. Yet, her personal resilience and focus on self-empowerment remind us that sustainable leadership requires nurturing one's own strength and well-being. The energy of the number 9 teaches that compassion is most powerful when it begins with oneself. From a personal perspective, this means recognizing that neglecting our own needs undermines our ability to serve others effectively. By cultivating self-compassion, we create a foundation for sustainable giving. Consider the metaphor of a wellspring. A well that is constantly drawn from without being replenished will eventually run dry. Similarly, individuals who give selflessly without addressing their own well-being risk burnout. By prioritizing self-care, we ensure that our capacity to help others remains abundant and authentic. Reflect on your motivations for helping others. Ask, am I giving from a place of abundance or depletion? Use the mantra, I nurture myself to nurture others, to affirm the importance of self-care. Practice metta, loving kindness, meditation, starting with yourself and expanding to others. This cultivates universal compassion that includes self-love. Keep a journal to track your emotional and physical well-being. Note how your actions impact both yourself and those you serve. Identifying areas where you may need more balance. Identify ways to contribute to your community that align with your values and capacity. Whether volunteering, mentoring, or advocacy, approach service with mindfulness. Learn to say no when necessary to protect your energy. Recognize that boundaries are not barriers but tools for sustaining your ability to give. The number 9 represents the culmination of a cycle, embodying wisdom, compassion, and a deep sense of purpose. It calls us to transcend self-interest and contribute to the greater good while remaining mindful of our own well-being. Every number tells a story, and the last digit of your birth year is no exception. Whether it's the infinite potential of 0, the bold leadership of 1, or the harmonious energy of 2, these numbers guide us toward understanding our true selves and navigating life's complexities with grace. Now it's your turn. How does your number resonate with your life's journey? Share your reflections in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more videos that bring ancient wisdom to life. Remember, the power of transformation starts with understanding yourself. See you in the next video.